Greetings, members of the 931st Air Refueling Group. This month's commander's message is coming to you from a little bit different backdrop than we have in the past. This week I'm with Captain Zach Anderson. We're in Washington, D.C. to visit our congressional representatives, and what a great place to be right here. We're currently at the Air Force Memorial, and you can see in the background the Washington Monument with its scaffolding, Arlington Cemetery across the way with all of its white headstones, and of course we're just within a stone's throw of the Pentagon. An interesting note on the Pentagon, if you look at this side of the Pentagon, you can see the white and the older colored stones. This is actually the side of the Pentagon that was hit by the airplane on that fateful day in September. And of course that affected so many of our lives. We've been at war since then. Most of you haven't seen anything but that. So grateful, and it reminds me of the 4th of July weekend and what we really are all about, and the things that you're doing to help our nation. So I'm happy to be here. Of course, and purpose in being here this week is for me to be able to sit down with our congressional representatives and talk about the things that make a difference to you. Everything from budget to sequestration, furloughs, manpower issues, structural issues, personnel issues, and of course the thing that's on everybody's mind is possible changes that will come to the 931st and McConnell because of the KC-46 basing decision. But the big thing that I really want to do while I'm here is to make sure that our leaders understand how the reserves fits into the total force structure, the contributions that our Citizen Airmen make, and then I want to highlight the great accomplishments of the 931st over the past year, and let them know what you bring to the fight and the great things that you're doing out there in McConnell. A couple of things though that I want to talk about while we're here, while I have a time to remind everybody. The KC-46, big announcement. McConnell was identified by the Air Force as the preferred alternate for Main Operating Base 1. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means the Air Force thinks that McConnell is the place they'd like to base the KC-46. However, it still has to be approved by Congress. So part of what we're going to do here this week is talk about the great airmen that we have there and the reasons that we think that we can take this exciting mission and go forward and do as well as we have in the KC-135. It means a lot of changes for us. There'll be structural changes, manpower changes, new mission sets, but we're excited about the opportunities. The other thing, of course, coming up in the next month is furloughs for our civilian workforce, for our arts and our civilian employees. And what does that mean? That means not only are we going to be hampered a little bit in our efforts as a group, but there are a lot of people who are going to be affected pay-wise because of the cuts. So I ask for your patience as you deal with organizations that may not be fully staffed, and to be sympathetic to those who are going to be experiencing the loss of pay and stress, and to watch out for one another and make sure that everybody's doing okay. The last thing that I want to talk a little bit about in conjunction with the 4th of July is the holiday itself. You know, our UTA has been moved to the 13th and 14th, so you can celebrate the 4th in that weekend with your family, but be safe and be careful. And remember that we celebrate the 4th of July for a reason. You're a big part of why the nation celebrates that. But be careful with what you do, and come back after the holiday safe and sound and ready to go on. The big news item though that we need to talk about is, you may have heard by now that our compliance inspection, which was scheduled for September of this year, has been moved to April of next year. A little bit of mixed emotions about that. Some of you worked real hard to get ready and were ready for it to come. Keep up that hard work. Others of you that maybe need a little more time, it gives you time to get some things done and get ready. What I don't want to do is have everybody push pause and relax. Let's keep doing what we're doing. We may be able to slow and space out our efforts, but we still have to keep moving towards a successful CUI in April. So keep up the good work there. And lastly, as I stand here, as I think about all the things that you do as a group, I just want to personally thank you again for all your work, for your service, for your commitment, your dedication, and your families, those of them that watch this message. I'm grateful for what you do, and I'm thankful to be a member of the 931st Air Refueling Group. I think great things are on the horizon for us, and I'm proud to serve with you. So we'll see you at the July UTA. Thank you.